Everybody, and welcome to Ocean's Pit, little show about big things. I hope you guys are having a great day today. It's beautiful out for Tuesday, June 6th, lunchtime fun. We are here today, folks. Every show is dedicated, um, every gig show here is dedicated to the first responders. So, thank you for doing everything that you guys do. And today, the show is dedicated for you guys out there who always take time and watch the show. Really do appreciate it. Check the website, TonyOceanMusic.com, and give us a call at 847-769-8609. And to book a show, I hope you guys are having a great day. Boy, I got a lot of good stuff. Now, you know what, folks? Every Tuesday is Almost Home Foundation for Dogs. And that's what I did this morning. And every Tuesday, over there in Schaumburg, off of Irving Park Road, Almost Home Foundation for Dogs is a shelter, folks, that is completely non-for-profit. And these guys go there and they volunteer their time to walk dogs. And I do it every Tuesday from 8 in the morning to 10. It's fantastic. And you guys should try it out. Or if you want to donate, they need supplies, they need volunteers, they need funding. Go to almosthomefoundation.org and give. Please tell them Tony O sent you. And I want to take the time right now to thank William and Mary Pepsnick, if I pronounced that right, from Tennessee. They came to my show last Friday at Chicago Prime Steakhouse. They were kind enough to write a nice check for $200. And I brought it over to Kelly Kane yesterday. We took a picture in front of Charles and in front of the Almost Home Foundation for Dogs. So, William and Mary, thank you so much for your generous donation to almosthomefoundation.org. Ocean's Pit, little show about big things. Oh, boy. I also want to thank, if you guys get a chance yesterday to watch the show, we had my good friend Irene Michaels on. And thank you, Irene. What a great job you did. And you know what? She got a big show coming up July 12th at the Carnival Speakeasy, the Alley. She's fantastic. Actress, model, singer. So thank you, Irene, for being on. My guest tomorrow will be my good buddy Ron Starr, a great entertainer in the Chicagoland area, 50s, 60s. He does Elvis, does a little bit of everything. He's my guest tomorrow. Then, of course, Thursday, my lovely co-host is my lovely wife, Laura Ocean. And then Friday, the Queen Diva herself, that's right, Denise Tomasello, will be our guest this Friday at Ocean's Pit. All right. Busy schedule coming up, folks. Tomorrow is the 7th of June. We'll be at Capri in Downers Grove, Astoria, Capri, Downers Grove, in the Hilton Hotel. That's going to be with Jerry Jams and Lisa P. Thursday will be at beautiful Pasta Mia in Bartlett with Jerry Jams and Tony Toto. It's going to be a lot of fun Thursday. Friday, returning to Chicago Prime Steakhouse in Schaumburg. And Saturday will be at Tavern on the Point in Edison Park. 8 o'clock showtime. It's going to be great, and I hope you guys are having a great day today, folks. Hey, we're brought to you by Ace Hardware Norridge, Displays Evergreen Park in Warrenville. Folks, buy local and shop local. That's what the game is all about. And Ace has been taking care of neighbors before they were neighborhoods. They got some great deals going, folks. Don't forget they have the U-Haul rentals in Norridge and Displays, and now Warrenville location. That's right, folks. And how about getting ready for spring, summer? I mean, summer is right around the corner. So if you haven't got that outdoor furniture, unique lawn and garden decor, as well as flowers, vegetable and herbal plants, Ace is the place to go to, folks. And don't forget to grill your Ace off. That's right, $20 off any grill purchase when you say grill your Ace off at Ace Hardware. Remember, Ace has been helping neighbors before they were neighborhoods, folks. So, thank you to Raffaello, Melissa, and Jackie. You guys are wonderful today. Boy, we got a lot to talk about, a lot of stuff that we didn't get a chance to talk about yesterday. And usually when I have guests on, usually I try to get them on for about a half hour or 20 minutes, but sometimes, the conversations get so good, so I just don't want to blow that up. So get a chance to do that, folks. All right, let's get out. Let's also not forget Gorelli Pavement Service, folks. That's right. Gorelli Pavement Service appeal your home or business is largely affected by your concrete and asphalt. Gorelli is here to help keep your asphalt looking brand new with proper maintenance, which includes seal coating, crack filling, and patching. They also do driveways. Call Laura or Barb at Gorelli Pavement Service at 815-271-5835. That's 815-271-5835. That's Gorelli Pavement Service, folks. That's right. They service Indiana, Illinois, and Wisconsin. It's a gorgeous day today. Let's say hello to some people if we can here today. Hello, everybody in the house. Robert Provenzano, the general. Congratulations to generals. We got here. His grandson, Cristino Provenzano, graduated. Very cool. St. Paul, and now going to Notre Dame High School. So congratulations to Cristiano Provenzano. Congratulations, man. How cool is that? Moving on to something else, man. Doing something good, everybody. All right, buddy, how you doing? Lillian's birthday today. My good friend Lillian. Happy birthday, Lillian, my good friend. Tony Toto, happy 36 years. You and your lovely wife, Julie. God bless. It was Danny's anniversary with his wife 23 years ago. Two members of the Main Event Band. Happy 36, right? I got that right? Tony Toto. God bless you, brother. Kathy Eppolito, how you doing? Johnny G in the house. That's right. Let's not forget today, folks, is D-Day, June 6th. Would have been 1944, the longest day, 79 years ago today. People who fought for our country to make it the best country in the world. And God, I hope we keep it that way. I hope we keep it that way. But Johnny, so D-Day, June 6th, 1944, which they call the longest day. Thank you, Johnny, for reminding me. I had it written down, but sometimes I get this stuff too late. Ronnie B, how you doing? Liz Lynn, Stella, hope you're doing well, everybody. So we got a nice show lined up for you guys today, and thank you guys for tuning in. Don't forget, we got that big cruise happening. That's right. January 7th to January 14th, 7-night Eastern Caribbean cruise. Royal Caribbean's Wonders of the Sea, the biggest ship on the water, baby. 4 football fields long. It's the 2024 Chicago Music Cruise. We start off in Orlando, Florida, over there to Coca Cay, Bahamas. We're going to be in St. Martin and St. Thomas. So go to Chicago Music Cruise, talk to Mary, tell them Tony O sent you. It's going to be a lot of fun in the sun, January 7th to January 14th. All right, let's get to some stories that we didn't get to talk about yesterday. Let's get right to the nitty gritty here. I received a text that I won $500. All I have to do is text 1, and it says text 1 for the money, and text 2 for the show. Oh, Vito Zotto always, he had tickets to go see an Elvis show. You got to love his stuff. My good buddy Vito Zotto always pumping some good stuff. You know what? You're talking about history, and how sometimes people want to get rid of history, and people don't want to listen to history and rewrite history, the whole story of the Bible and the Red Sea and all that. Now they found some stuff, folks, relics in the Red Sea, fact or fiction. Israel, when they crossed the Red Sea from Egypt, and now they found a wheel made of gold and pieces of a chariot. I mean, I don't know. It's going back, gold plated. Some of this stuff, folks, I watch all that history stuff, and I believe it all. I believe it all, man. And especially now with the history stuff, that they're starting to prove all this fact stuff, which is unbelievable. It really is. Little Richard, one of the great rock and rollers of our time. Good God, I miss my Tutti Frutti. Was pissed off when Paul McCartney was had the acceptance award for whatever it was. They, for being Paul McCartney. And he never thanked. He thanked, his musical idols. He thanked the other Beatles, of course, and his fans. But he never thanked Little Richard. And Little Richard's voice, when some of that early Paul McCartney stuff, Long Tall Sally and all that stuff, was a tribute to Little Richard. And Little Richard, the actual artist, was pissed off that Paul McCartney did not acknowledge him. God, you figure you got to grow up about that. The story is true, Kim. I believe it too. And, more and more people don't think about it. But I believe it's true, and interesting stuff. Also, yesterday, folks, we went to, of course, we lost our good friend, Karen Serpico. And yesterday was a wake at the Salerno's Lake Street in Roselle, and we got there probably about 7:30. Me and my wife Laura, and it was so many people there. The priest was giving the sermon and stuff, and wow, to realize, I mean, I've been to wakes before, and there's none of them are really that crowded, except if the person, whatever. But this one was completely. Stella was there. I know Tony Toto, Kim was there. A lot of people were there. But to see Tom go up there, her boyfriend, and just break down, and then Sister Debbie was there, and then her sons, Ralphie and Joey, was just. It was tough, and she was cremated, but it was so much to show the love. Daniela from the Jersey Girls, Ron Onesti, I mean, the list goes on and on of people that were there. I just think that it's a beautiful feeling to know that all those people that came. It was heartbreaking, Stella, and she was cremated, and then there's pictures going, and then her daughter came up to me, Debbie's daughter came up to me, and said thank you that our pictures were up on the video and stuff, because she used to come to my shows all the time and loved to dance. When she she's a survivor of cancer 4 times, and that's what she lived on, man. And when they got to the point where they didn't want anybody to see what she ended up looking like in the last month, they just cremated. I think we mentioned this before. I think I probably want to get cremated too. I wouldn't want to sit there and let all these people. It was heartbreaking. But it was heartbreaking at first when you first walk in and you see all these people and they just love, and you see the family getting up and telling stories, funny stories too, because it's all laughter, and they were love, and it was just love that they have for Karen. And she was that kind of person. If she loved you, she loved you. If she hated you, it's a different story. She's the type of woman that would tell it like it is. And I think I think a lot of people are like that. I think that's what sometimes people don't like, when people are like that. I'd rather be that way. Susan Argento was there too. It was great seeing you. I always believe that it's better to be loud, obnoxious, up in front, like it is. Just great seeing Joanne Lulo yesterday. It was something looking down, and she was loved. She was up there probably looking down, going, look at all these people. And it was great to see all those people there. And it was very sad because we lost her, but it was also very beautiful because all those people that came to show love for Karen Serpico. And she definitely will be missed. Absolutely, folks. Ocean's Pit, little show about big things. Let's get right to another sponsor, folks. Roy McCampbell, attorney at law. That's right. Looking for a lawyer out of Rosemont, Illinois. Roy McCampbell, 708-275-4264. Laura, Ocean Solutions, increasing credit cards, increasing profits or reducing credit card fees. You'll never have to shop again with Laura, Ocean Solutions. Shop with my good, Laura. She's the best. You got to love her because she'll take care of you. Deutsch Power Center out of Elgin, Illinois, servicing the construction and diesel industry in Chicago for the last 100 years. That's Deutsch Power Center, 224-276-6550. Deutsch Power Center. Ocean's Pit, little show about big things. Oh, boy, we're just in a good mood today, and I hope you guys are all too. Kicking back and enjoying this great day. It is beautiful out. I want to thank you all for watching the show. It's good stuff, folks. What do we got? We got some good stories, old stories, good stories. Let's get to this page here. 5 minors arrested in beating up Marines in the Southern California area. Minors trying to gang up on Marines, people who fight for our country. What is this world coming to, man? They got arrested. Got good. Lock them up. Teach these people. Fox News, despite new city mayor and new police chief leadership here in Chicago, it's still the most violent Memorial Day by record that we just had in the city of Chicago. The most violent, even with a new mayor, even new police chief, everything, is supposed to change. It ain't changing. It's not changing, or it ain't changing yet. The worst Memorial Day, more violence on this past Memorial Day than any time on record here in the city of Chicago. What is that, folks? What is that? It's time for Oh My God Facts. In Washington State, you must ask permission before sleeping in someone else's outhouse. What? You can't make this shit up, folks. Oh my God, facts. Here it is. In Washington State, you must ask permission before sleeping in someone else's outhouse. What? This is real, folks. You don't make this shit up on the Oh my God facts. Sorry, can I sleep in your outhouse? How about one more? Let's see what else we got here. No, forget that one. Can't pronounce that word. We don't want to go through that. Fans celebrate Star Wars Day. May the 4th be with you. We knew about that. For all you Star Wars fans there, it's past 4th. All right, let's try one more here. Let's see. Cinco de Mayo was started in Mexican Americans living in the United States. We probably didn't know that already, but some more Oh My God facts. All right, Ocean's Pit, little show about big things. Getting to the nitty gritty of stuff. Woo, Scott, it's changing, but not for the better. And I'm hoping. Yes, there you go, Johnny. Some folks have the limelight and not have to be in the show business. Now, there you go, Boyd. Good point, man. Oh, some folks don't necessarily have to be in the show, but there you go. I like that quote. Oh man, you guys are, and I think Albert, you're right. I think Little Richard should get over it. You know, it is. If you get caught without permission, they'll have to give you 30 days in the hole. 30 days in a hole. There you go, Richard Allen. It's good. All right, folks, get this. Tiny airplane. This is 1.6 million viewers on TikTok, according to the New York Post. A woman was weighed like her baggage before she got to go on the flight. She was so embarrassed, and who wouldn't be? Obviously, the woman was big woman, big boned, whatever you want to call her. It was a small, tiny plane. They didn't want to, I don't know, man. I, that's got to be the most horrible feeling for a man or a woman. I mean, here you are in line, people are there. Jill, how are you doing? I hope you're doing well. You know, just because of the woman's size, this was a woman in particular, or it would have been a man inside. I mean, there's been times, you know, where a heavy person has to buy 2 seats sometimes on an airplane. This was a tiny plane, according to this on TikTok. 1.6 million views were seeing this poor woman that had to get on a scale to get weighed before she got on the plane like she was bag of luggage. It is, what do you say there? Angelo Packy is in the house. What's up, brother? What do you say to something like that? Obviously, you know, some people can't lose weight. Some people are just overweight. I don't know. National Donut Day. Here I am going in from someone who needed to be weighed into National Donut Day. You probably should stay away from that. Isn't that sad, Kathy? Very sad. All right, for all you Disney fans, USA Today. I don't know last time you were at Disney. I have no plans to go. I don't have any plans for the future to ever go to Disney again. But people like my daughter loves it. She still goes. But Splash Mountain is finally closing at Disneyland. Splash Mountain was the thing, right? It was the old ride. Everybody, oh, we all going to Splash. They can't keep anything from tradition anymore. It's got to be knock it down. It's not fast enough. It's not slow enough. It's whatever it is. Blah blah blah. Knock it down. Put something new. Put another Marvel monster or something. The Flash roller coaster. Why? Keep the Splash Mountain as a centerpiece for the people, and there was still something left of the old Disney. Just read 99% female attendees at Taylor Swift. Oh, I can understand that. I don't know too many guys going to a Taylor Swift concert, but look, put it this way, folks. My very first concert, and I can't even remember the year, but it had to be before I graduated high school. I think it had to be 78, 79 at the Uptown Theater. My first show I ever seen, rock band, was the Bay City Rollers. Me and my uncle went and my cousin, and we're the only two guys in the place. So, interesting stuff, folks. Never confuse education with intelligence or knowledge with wisdom because they are not the same. They're not the same. I love that. Never confuse education with intelligence or knowledge with wisdom because they are not the same. Love that quote. Nina, how you doing, Nina? Good afternoon, Ms. Crown. I pray for your broken heart that you will see some blessing in your life in the valley of life. There's victory, the hills, and life and the hope. Well, thank you, Nina, for those kind words. And again, great seeing you and your grandma, I think it was, and your friend at the Elk Grove car show this past Sunday. Thank you, my friend. All right. When you were in high school, what kind of music? What kind of music do you listen to? Everybody that's watching, forget the high school part. What's your favorite type of music? All the people that are watching right now, what's your favorite type of music? How many of you guys are old pop music? How many of you are hip hop and rap? How many are in country? How many of you in rock or heavy metal? How about indie or dance music or classical or blues or jazz or punk? What do we got here? Albert, First Life Soul 67. Felice says oldies. Jill says she loves it all. Kathy Cuntiff, hello, my dear friend. So I'm asking everybody here, what's your favorite type of music that you listen to? Now, Jill says she listens to everything. There you go. Teresa loves classic rock. Bobby Bass says 70s Motown rock. Bobby, welcome. How you doing? Stella, she loves it all. Now, if you're going to ask me, I'm not a jazz and blues guy. I'm not a classical guy. Not much for dancing. Don't care for indie. Love rock. Some heavy metal. Old country. Old country. Won't listen to hip hop. Pop from the 70s type of power pop that I like, not this other shit pop. And punk. I still listen to the old punk stuff. So that's just me. Most everything except hard rock. Okay, so Kathy doesn't listen to hard rock, but Kathy loves rock and a little country. So all right, so it's a little bit of everything there, but it's kind of cool that you can get. There you go, Big Bang. All right, so I forgot about that music. Thank you for saying that, Boyd. Big band music. Yeah, Tommy Dorsey. Gotta love all that stuff. Glenn Miller. Buddy Rich in the big band, sure. In high school, my favorites were where they are now: British Invasion, a few American band solo artists. Albert, you're in the same. Albert, you're in the same boat I am. Still listen to British Invasion, and I love my Sonata, the Rat Pack stuff. But I love my pop stuff too. I love that stuff. Danny Ramonde, what's up, my good friend? I love all genres, but I love classic rock, 30s to the 50s, big band music, pop rock. Okay, there you go. So, Nancy, I hope you guys are doing well. Thank you. How about this? We were all growing up as Carol Burnett fans, right? I mean, I loved Carol Burnett. Ear and Tim Conway, Harvey Korman, Vicki Lawrence, Lyle Wagner. She used to come out and talk and do all these crazy skits. She was a very funny lady. One of my favorite. I have to say she's my favorite female comedian actress at the time. But, she was with CBS for so many years. Now she just had her 90th anniversary. And she pitched it. Carol Burnett's people pitched the idea to the station that she was on for so many years about doing a 90th special on Carol Burnett. They turned her down. And she had the show on NBC, the competitor. There you go about loyalty. What Carol Burnett did for television for years, how many people used to watch it, and people still watch it on reruns. And here she goes back. It was a great, Johnny, I thought it was fantastic tribute show. Dick Sayed, say it again with my buddy, Dick Sayed. How you doing, my good friend? And I hope you're well. Yeah, so she pitched the idea to CBS, which she was on for many, many years. Right? Carol Burnett, the queen of comedy. God, there was never a bad show. Whether it was the guests, the musical guest, or her duets, or her sketches, or skits that she used to do with Harvey Korman, Go On With the Wind. Remember when she came down with the curtains? I just seen it in a window. I had to buy it. Whatever kind of stuff. And she was, and Mr. Tudball and all that. And CBS turned her down. All those years she was with CBS. So she went to the competitor and NBC did it. Good for NBC. And that was great. I watched it. I thought it was fantastic. Great Carol Burnett, folks. All right. Home Depot, Walmart. They're almost all self-checkout. I'm going to tell you something that really pisses me off. And this is it. And it's insulting and it pisses me off. How these big companies that have almost all self-checkout, okay? I understand if you're going to do all self-checkout. Fine. I don't understand what I don't like because you're taking people away from a job, which we know that's happening with robots and shit and all this stuff that's happening. Jobs are being taken away left and right. Okay? We know that. Home Depot, Walmart especially, okay? Almost all self-checkout. So here you are doing it yourself, putting everything. But when you walk out of the store, there's always someone up there checking your receipt like you're stealing shit. If you don't trust us, then put the people back in the self-checkouts, in the cashiers, and give them their jobs back. Now you're making me feel like a real piece of shit. Because here you are taking these people that work very hard for their money. They used to, the cashiers at these stores. All right, let's forget that. Let's forget that. Let's going to go to self-checkout. But then you still think we're cheating. I don't know how many people actually cheat at that stuff. I don't think they mean to steal crap. I could be wrong. I'm not naive. They're going to have us unloading the delivery truck soon. When we get a discount, going to work. There you go, Johnny G. That gets me. I never show them in my receipt. It's not mandatory. Thank you, Nancy. I never show my receipt either. And then I got one guy, no disrespect, but even the person that's up there, I don't even know if they even know they're there. Even when you go to Costco and not self-checkout, they check the receipt. Everybody checking the receipt. Yeah, like I put a TV in my pants. You don't trust us. You take away these guys, men and women who've worked there for probably a long time. You fire their jobs, you take them away, and then you put 2 or 3 people up in front who have no clue where they're at. No disrespect to the people that are doing that, but they barely even look at the receipt. Yeah, look, I got a TV up my ass. That's where I put it. Don't trust us, then put those people back to work. I don't know. Just crazy, some of this stuff. All right, let's get to some other stories, folks. It just drives me crazy. I feel bad for those people. I miss the baggers, too. Used to be able to talk to them, and they were working. They were making a living doing that. Some people did it full-time. Some people did it part-time. But they're relying on those paychecks. You'd be amazed what people do try to conceal when they steal and how they heist it. I got it, Albert. I got it. I understand. I'm sure there's probably stealers there, but come on. But you know what? That's the chance you took. That's the chance Home Depot and Walmart took when they knew by eliminating the bagger that might happen. So there's insurance somewhere for fraud somewhere thrown in that equation. Guaranteed. 2 employees of Aluminum in Houston were just fired for confronting shoplifters. Okay. There you go. So these people, there you go. Richard Hamlin says 2 employees at the Lululemon in Houston were just fired for confronting shoplifters. So here they are catching people that are caught, and they got in trouble. You can't arrest them. Oh no, you can't. God forbid. Oh no. Oh, they'll be out. They ain't going to court. They ain't going to jail. They're gonna let them out. Putting bottles of liquor in their pants. All right. A guy might be able to get away with it, because they might say he might be aroused if they see something in his pants. But a woman, well, these days you don't know anyway, so what the hell? Let's forget about that. But isn't that crazy? Ocean Spit, little show about big things, folks. That you got me all riled up. Let's not forget about Don Esteban Cigars, Tarpon Springs, Florida. Call Javier and get those hand rolled. Tell him Tony O sent you. 727-366-7536. Trico Hair Experts out of Rosemont, Illinois, recreating great hair days. 773-999-7888. Tell him Tony O sent you. You're watching Ocean Spit, little show. Boy, oh boy, we're just talking about yeah. All right. Bears moving to Arlington Heights? I don't know. Now, one article I seen that they were breaking ground in Arlington Heights racetrack. Then another article I said that they're having some problems now, and now Naperville might be in the run for having the Chicago Bears there. I don't know what you guys have been hearing. Where's Jerry Jams to give us some fun facts here? Have you heard the same thing, that Naperville now might be interested in getting the Chicago Bears because things are not going too right with Arlington Heights? This is what we're hearing. This is what I read. I'm not quite sure, but it would be interesting to see if that all happened. I don't know. Naperville will be willing to give them the tax breaks they're seeking. So there you go. Thank you, Johnny. Johnny Garani. Make sure you go see my buddy Johnny G. Performing with a bunch of different groups. Fantastic. All right. So, yeah. So, I don't know. People would like them. People would like them in Naperville or Arlington Heights. I really don't care. I'm not a Bears fan. To me, it doesn't affect me one bit. But people, some people that I know that live in Arlington Heights are not happy with it. Having a young lady compromised because I approached her and knowing her at Dominic's, which is now Tony's on Central Avenue. You got to be careful now, Albert, no matter how you confront somebody right now. God forbid you say the wrong thing. I told you what happened to a friend of mine. He was in his work. They were in a golf cart. They were driving to the warehouse. And they were driving, me and my other buddy, I won't mention their names, but there was a group of people and they had a pass and they got through. And one of the guys on the passenger seat of the golf cart, remember, they're in a warehouse in a building. They all work together. And they were passing the girl and he was like going to he tapped her on the back to say hi, but his hand slipped and hit her, like her knee or side of her butt. And she felt so uncomfortable that she told the boss. By the time the guy did finish his rounds on the golf cart, he was fired, eliminated, just moved, boom. No explanation, no nothing. It's just crazy. How about this, folks? J.P. Morgan to close 21 First Republican Bank branches. If you're not seeing how crazy shit's going on right now, Richard, Arlington Heights should have bought that land and built something like in Rosemont. They would have made a fortune. I agree. Big time. Right on the money there, Richard. Right on the money. But how about this news? If you bank with First Republican Bank branches, JP Morgan are to close 21 of these banks. I mean, I don't remember the last time we heard that banks were closing and they're closing. Happy birthday. A couple more birthdays here today. Frank the Nose, my good buddy Frankie. He used to work at Jilly's, living out in Arizona. If you're listening, happy birthday. Steve Priest from the band Sweet. He used to be with the band Sweet. Celebrates a birthday today as well. AJ Styles, the phenomenal one from the WWF celebrating a birthday. Dana Carvey from Saturday Night Live. Celebrating the birthday. Jerry Mathers, the Beaver, turned 75 years old today, the Beaver. My good friend from the South Side, Joey Bowen. Jody, I hope you're doing well. Happy birthday. Richie Villa in Arizona. Richie V's Hot Dogs, I hope you're doing well. And Carol Minotti and your son, Tony, celebrating 36 years birthday. And Angelo Coromato from Italia. Mi amico, come stai? Happy birthday, my good friend. Ron Starr, I will not go to the Bears game in Naperville. They belong downtown on Lakefront. That's the whole experience of Bears football. Well, Ron, there you go. Like I said, to me, it don't matter. I am not a Bears fan. I couldn't give a shit. But a lot of people do not want to go into the city, and we know they're not going to stay in the city. They're going to go to Arlington Heights, but they're having some problems there. And just like Richard said, Naperville is going to help them with the tax breaks. So I don't know what's going to happen, but it's going to be very, very interesting, folks. Happy Republican Day in Italy, in Italia. Happy Republican Day in Italia. Happy National Cancer Survivor Day. And it's kind of ironic that it was Happy National Cancer Survivor Day the day that Karen Serpico died. And she died of cancer. But she suffered, she beat cancer 3 or 4 times. And this 5th one got her, or 4th one got her. So for anybody that's still out there that survived cancer, God bless you guys. Eric Todd, if you're watching, your son, great seeing you Sunday in Elk Grove, and your son Ethan out in Germany drinking a beer. God bless him, buddy. God bless him, folks. United Airline pilots ready to go on strike. Here we go, folks, with more problems with the airlines. Now they're ready to go on strike. Princess Harry called his lawyers. Oh, boy. Meghan Markle filing for divorce. You knew that was coming. I don't know, man. That whole king, queen, princess stuff. It's got to be. You know what? I just don't get. I know you read about it. I used to see it in the movies and stuff like that. When you're that rich or royalty or whatever that is, and they got people serving you breakfast, and they got people bringing you your tea in the afternoon, and they got bringing your slippers and your robes and your pipes and whatever. I don't know. I mean, I know there's jobs for people, but don't you get to the point where after you know these people for so many years, you feel like a real asshole to have somebody come bringing you because you're a queen or a prince or a king that you need people to serve you your food every day. This guy comes, they have to eat. I just don't. Why don't I? If it was me, just sit down with me. Let's eat together. Let's eat together if I was a king. Everybody, lunchtime, ring the bell. Everybody in the house, we all eat together. We'll sit there, tell stories, laugh, have some fun. She better be careful. She'll end up whacked like Princess Diana. Oh, Richard, you hit it right on the spot. Right? I would never want to do that. And maybe, but I think that's the way they were born. They were raised. They have that mentality. But, everything should change. Things should change. Doesn't have to stay the same. Right? Priests, like we said, get them girlfriends. Bring them a bus of prostitutes or ladies of the night every week so they can leave these little boys alone. Things can change. What do I know? Hey, if you're big Johnny Carson fans, folks, you can buy right now, the Johnny Carson desk, the chair, the swivel chair, his guest chair, his couch, coffee table. The whole set of the Johnny Carson show is on auction for $100,000. You can set up, here's Johnny. You can set that up. How cool is that? I would buy it. I would buy it if I had the money to spend. I would put it in my... I'd put it here or put it in my, man cave and set up the giant thing and love going, oh yeah, Doc, he's here, Doc, when he had the cup and, you're correct, sir. Oh, you are wrong, oh muleskin breath. Yeah, I would love, I love Johnny Carson. I haven't watched late night since he was gone. Albert says, who cares? I've never been on a plane. Let those employees fight for their rights. The airlines are rude to their employees. Yeah, they're getting pretty bad. Albert. But $100,000, you can bring the Johnny Carson home set to your house. I think that's really, really cool. I think that's cool, folks. Hey, you know what? It's time for another sponsor, folks. Armando Supermarkets. My buddy Danny Mazzi. Buy local, shop local. 925 Liberty Street in Elgin, Illinois. And Mike and Gigi from Crash Champions Collision Auto Repair. For all your collision auto repair need, go to crashchampions.com. Ocean's Pit, little show about big things. I hope you guys are having a good time, folks. Oh, yeah. All right, let's get to some stories here. All right. Now, next week, folks, now, like I said, I got Ron Starr as my guest tomorrow. Great entertainer in the Chicagoland area. And I've only met the gentleman once. We've heard each other for many, many years. A kind guy. And I like supporting talent, and that's one of the bad things for me being in this business. I really can't go out and see anybody. I can't even see not only local talent I would like to go and spend, see a couple hours and, see some friends, but even some of the talent, like the big talent that I like when they come to town, like the stars that I listen to, I miss everything. So anyway, Ron will be on the show tomorrow. Denise Tomasello will be my guest on Friday. Now, next week, folks, next Monday and Tuesday is going to be very special, Ocean's Pit, because my wife, Laura, the Queen, the First Lady of Music, Phyllis Sahajas, and the St. Nicholas himself, Sahajas, all four of us will be in Wisconsin Dells. We're going to be away for 2 days, relax in the sun, have some cocktails, have some cigars, have a good time with some good friends. So we'll be going live on Monday and Tuesday, Ocean's Pit, with Phyllis and Nick and my wife, Laura. It's going to be fun at the Dells, Ocean's Pit. Also, folks, I missed a day. I want to apologize to Kim Jock if she's out there. She was on our show, folks. They had the book mates called Safe Landings about the 44th anniversary of the American Airlines Flight 191. And it was 44-year anniversary on May 25th of this year, 2023. So I'm sorry I never got to mention it on the actual date, but I'm mentioning it now. And crazy stuff, folks. We also lost Cynthia Weil. She was the songwriting team of Man and Wild. They wrote a lot of great songs. Love Is Only Sleeping, Shades of Grey for the Monkees, and a lot of other great songs. She has passed away. Today is also National Leave Your Work Early Day. For you people that actually go to work, you can leave early today. It's National Leave Work Early Day. Also, International Cognac Day. Salud, folks. Not a cognac guy. Not a cognac guy. All right. So what else we got here? Let's see. A woman who won $2 million of a lottery ticket. Now, when she got a lottery ticket, she scratched it off. She was excited. She thought she won $2,000, which is great to have anyway, right? $2,000 is still a lot of money. But anyway, she thought she won it. She puts it in well, there you go. Johnny, success is a double-edged sword. It really is. Good point, buddy. But so anyway, she thought she won $2,000, and then she didn't. She put it in. Okay, cool. Put it in her purse. Told her family. Then when she examined the actual lottery ticket, she won $2 million. Whoa! Surprise! 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 As Jim Neighbors with Gomer Pyle would say on Andy Griffith's show. Dolly Parton, according to USA Today, is a Guinness Book World Records. 3 times she's in the Guinness Book of Records. She's an incredible lady. Actress, vocalist, songwriter. She got a brand new record coming out called Rockstar. Duets with all the great big rockers and successful people in music. I can't wait till that comes out. It's going to be very, very cool. Myth. People talking about going into the desert. You're going to walk into I don't know why anybody would even want to walk to the desert, even drive through the desert. But anyway, if you get stuck and you need water, you're walking and you're out of water. Back in the days, you watch those old movies, they would look for a cactus. They would open up and drink the cactus water. No. That is a myth. That is not good for you, folks. That water has a lot of acids and a lot of stuff in it that will kill you quicker. So cactus water from the cactus is not good. It's a myth. Don't believe it. Just some stuff you're hearing today on Ocean's Pit. A little show about big things, folks. Al Pacino 83 years old. His girl is 29 years old. He's pregnant. She's pregnant. Whatever it is, Mr. Pacino's going to have his fourth kid. He's never been married. Robert De Niro now, with his girl's 45 supposedly. He's 79 going on his seventh child. Give me what they're drinking. Give me what they're drinking, folks, because I'm telling you, you got to give them credit if they're, and we mentioned it before, if they're actually, if it's actually them doing the work, I don't know. I mean, it could have been, but, and it's like a couple weeks apart, De Niro and Pacino. That's pretty ironic, too. Pretty interesting stuff here, folks. Milli Vanilli's documentary coming out. The question is, would you want to see it? I would. I didn't. Some of that Milli Vanilli stuff when it hit, I thought they were kind of cool at first. "Blame It on the Rain" was a good. "Girl, I'm Gonna Miss You." I thought it was good songs. I thought some of them that they had were actually pretty cool, and they were different looking. They were different. They didn't sound like they ever. They were good looking guys, whatever it was, and they had a cool look to them at that time. But of course they won the Grammy and then realized that they were lip syncing. So I would like to see that documentary, how it all came about, how they were found. Then they tried making records afterwards on their own, which they weren't bad singers. They just, I think once the black mark was on them, they were finished. You know what I mean? But that documentary will be coming out, and I think I'm going to watch it. Party alert, they won't be playing themselves. There you go. Good one, Richard. Well, I guess the Jewels are still working. Yeah, Stella, the Jewels are still working. You would think for De Niro and Pacino. I mean, I don't know. But anyway, I think maybe one died. Thank you, Jill. I think you're right about that. But the documentary, I would like to see just how they got into that situation. Was it like when the Monkees, remember when they first the band, remember the TV show they're looking for, they weren't supposed to play their instruments and then they learned their instruments and that whole thing. But I would like to watch that if it came out. I really would. President Joe Biden falls not once but twice, folks. Air Force Academy graduation ceremony. He's caught wearing an earpiece. I don't know, folks. I'm not even going to get into that story right now. You know how I feel about the whole situation, so we're just going to leave it at that. But I couldn't let I don't know how many times he's fell since he's been president. It is an embarrassment to the American people, but it's got to be mostly embarrassment to him and his wife and his family. Take the check, retire, go home, write a book, make money writing a book, go do a tour somewhere, become a teacher. I don't know, do something. Just don't. It's embarrassing. It really is. It's embarrassing. Ocean's Pit, little show about big things. I bought a chicken to make a sandwich. It didn't. It just shit on the floor. Tony Bisek coming up with some good ones, folks. I bought a chicken to make sandwiches. It didn't. It just shit on the floor. You got to love his jokes. Okay, folks, here's a question for you. Before we bring out this question, some more more questions. Some birthdays, excuse me. Basil Rathbone. I'm a big, die-hard Sherlock Holmes fan. Basil, Peter Cushing, Christopher Lee, Jeremy Brett. I'm not counting Robert Downey Jr. because it didn't count to me, the real Sherlock Holmes. But anyway, Basil Rathbone would have been 131 years old. Mark Wahlberg turns 52. The kid still looks like he's a young kid. There's a guy that believes in the Spirit of God. He's preaching God. He makes great movies. You never hear about him in the press. His lovely wife, good for him, man. One of my favorites, Tommy Evans, was original bass player for the band Badfinger, celebrating a birthday. My friend Krista Esta from Wisconsin, Lake Geneva. Krista used to work for Jilly's. I hope you're doing well, honey. Susie Quattro celebrates a birthday. Brian Cox, actor, 77 years old. El DeBarge turned 67. El DeBarge sounds like a bandit, Look out for El DeBarge, or someone who's going to build a bomb and blow up something. Anyway, he's 62 years old today. Jeff Garlin, great comic actor, of course, from Curb Your Enthusiasm. Jeff Garland from Chicago celebrates a birthday. Freddie Fender, wasted days and wasted nights. Absolutely. Susan, the closer, Jambroni. Susan, I know you had a rough day yesterday. We both did by losing our friend Karen. So I hope you're okay. Kisses to you, my dear. It's Robin. She says, what's the odds of 1 in 7 million? I won the megabucks and it can happen. Play, people, play. Well, Robin, you're absolutely right. It could happen. There are people that win. Now, like I said, there was a lady who just won, thought she won $2,000, put it in her purse, got home, and they told her husband, oh, you won $2 million. So you know what? If you're going to give it a shot, you're going to play. It's the same thing as putting money on the horses or putting money on a football or baseball or hockey, whatever your basketball, whatever you're betting on, or going to the casino. So give it a shot. Go out there. Writing a book doesn't pay as much as laundering money through Ukraine. Good one, Richard. Boom, boom, boom. Love that. No, I did win 2009. Well, Robin, well, congratulations. See? Well, you won. That's great. That's good. See? I love when people win. It's good. Just make sure, and people's going to start. You're going to find Robin. You're probably going to have like 6, or if you win a lot of money, you notice that a lot of people don't ever mention their names on the news or anything because you're going to have like 6 cousins or the 8th cousin that you had, 30 years ago would come knocking at your door. Cousin! By the way, can you borrow me? You're going to get that. So that's probably why they stopped doing that. All right, other birthdays. Let's see. Bruce Dern, great character actor, 87 years old. Wow. Ellen Corby, who played Grandma Walton on The Waltons, celebrates a birthday. Curtis Mayfield, singer-songwriter, 81 years old. Dwight Twilley of the Dwight Twilley Band, one of my favorite pop bands. He was fantastic. Still is, the great Dwight Twilley. And Captain Robbie Knievel, of course, the father of Christian Knievel, our good friend who was on the show talking about her father and her grandfather, Evel Knievel. This close, we're waiting to see if Christian will be joining us on June 17th at the Ron Onesti's Club Arcada Speakeasy Saturday night with the main event band, Tony Toto, Danny Raimondi, Jerry Jams, and we're waiting on to see if Christian will be joining us as special guests. At Ronald, go to oshows.com and get tickets for that Saturday night on the 17th. The 15th of June, we'll be at Venutis in Addison with the main event band. And 14th of June, we train Elisa's Club Cabaret in Norwich. And the 22nd of June, we are at Mars in Lake Geneva, Wisconsin for their 100th anniversary. Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy. All right, folks, it's coming towards the end. We're not completely done yet. So what else we got here, folks? Worst place. Now, look, this is lunch hour. I don't want to discuss anybody. I don't want to get anybody like disgusted, but it is Ocean's Pit. So you never know what's going to come out of my mouth. But this is funny. Funny to one degree, but embarrassing in another. Okay, here it is. Worst place you ever clogged a toilet. Now, look, we probably all done it once in our life, maybe twice, I don't know. But there's been certain situations when you go to certain places and it happens. Come on, let's see. Christian and I are playing tonight in Aurora. Oh, Johnny, knock him out in Aurora, buddy. Knock him dead and do some great stuff. Hello, Tony. Good to see you and hear you. Angelo, good to hear and see you too, my brother. We'll see you at least to the screen. Knock 'em dead, Johnny G's in Aurora. All right, guys, so here's the question to all of you. Angelo, John, Robin, Susan, Richard, Albert, Stella, everybody that's still watching the show. Where's the worst place you clogged a toilet? On someone's boat? Restaurant? On the plane? How about on your first date at the parents' house? In a hotel? I know it sounds. There you go, Johnny. It's happened. It's happened. I'm not saying it. I mean, come on. It happened. It happened. If it doesn't happen to anybody, you're a bunch of liars, all of you. It had to happen somewhere. I think the worst one would have to be on a plane or on a boat. There you go, Albert, where it matters at home. I know people that actually will go out of their way and drive back home or drive somewhere before. But I know it sounds gross, but it is what it is. This stuff that happens all the time. And I was thinking, why not? I'm going to throw it out there and see what happens. Right? It's got to be the worst on someone's boat or when you're renting a boat or if you're going on a fishing trip on a boat, whatever, whatever. But on a plane, it's got to be really bad. Or if you go on your in-laws for the first time, or, you meet somebody's parents or someone's having a party at their house and, I got you all there, folks. I got you on one today. Hey, folks, Tony Melchiotti, a good friend of mine who comes up with some great slogans for me and stuff for the show, came up with a great idea. How about, here it is, I'm throwing this out. I'm in real estate. In 64 years in the rental business, I have unclogged a lot of white mice tampons in both residential and commercial rentals. There you go. That wasn't on the list, but thank you, Angelo. Here's a guy that's showing houses, right? I mean, that's his job. And then he walks around and shows these people where here is the bathroom. What the hell? Why is the bathroom thing? Why is the toilet closed? Restaurant before it get with a line of people waiting. There you go, Johnny G, being the first one to admit it. I think I did it on a plane once. We all see. That just goes to show that we're all in the same boat here. Speaking of boats, you have a boat out there. Here it is. Tony Ocean can come on your boat. You supply the boat. I supply the cigars. I supply the bottles of Jack. And I supply Ocean's Pit Live on your boat. If you guys got a boat out there and you want to do Ocean's Pit Live Monday through Friday, reach out, private message me. You got my number, 847-769-8609, or private message me. And we'll do the Tony Ocean's Pit on any of your boats. I'll supply the cigars. I'll supply the Jack Daniels. And you guys supply the boat. And we'll go live on Ocean's Pit. There you go. Well, I'm going to have Ron. Ron's going to be on the show Wednesday. I think the next thing we do, Johnny, me, you, Johnny, Ron, I think we go on the boat. We do a live Ocean's Pit. We'll sing some songs. We'll smoke some cigars. We'll shoot the shit. We'll have some fun. So anybody, reach it out. Ocean's Pit can go on anybody's boat. We'll have some fun. We'll do it live. It's going to be good. I'm looking for the people that might be interested in doing that. All right, guys. Last, oh my God, facts. George Washington grew hemp in his garden. He grew pot, as they're trying to say. George Washington grew pot in his garden. There it is. Johnny says he's in. I'm in. Ronnie already invited me out to his boat, but I think it was Memorial Day, but I couldn't. I had family, I had other obligations, but that would be kind of cool. All of us out there will sing some songs, smoke cigars, drinking. But that's it. Have a great day. Stella, I will see you Friday, honey. Thank you so much. And if you need me to be a special guest on the said boat, let me know. Tony, you got to be on, buddy. I got to get Richard on anyway. History that you got, Richard. Anyway, folks, it's coming to the end of the hour. And let's thank Patriot Funding Incorporated out of Elgin, Illinois. Out of Roselle, Illinois. Dave Antonelli at its finest. Commercial money lending when timing is everything. Call Dave at 630-675-4730. And let's not forget our good buddies from, that's right, folks, Ace Hardware. You got to love Ace Hardware. They got so many great things happening here. Buy local, shop local. Looking up to spice your food on your grill. Check out their spices, rubs, and sauces to add flavor to your barbecue feast. Trending now. How about folks tune up that lawnmower for a spring tune-up? Starts at $105 plus parts. They are your neighborhood powerhouse. And don't forget to download the Ace app for an easy way to keep track of your points, coupons, and special offers. That's Ace. Norwich, Des Plaines, Evergreen Park, or Warrenville. Buy a local, shop local. They've been taking care of neighborhoods before they were neighbors, folks, and that is Ace Hardware. Guys, you have been an incredible audience today. Thank you for your participation in some of our stories. And we got a big day coming up tomorrow. We'll be at Capri in Willow Springs. I'm sorry, Capri in Downers Grove at the Hilton Hotel at Osteria. That's tomorrow with Lisa P. and Jerry Jams. Thursday, Pasta Mia in Bartlett, outside patio. Be a lot of fun. It'll be beautiful. It's supposed to be 75 out. It's going to be great with Jerry Jams and Tony Toto. Friday, Chicago Prime Steakhouse. Saturday, Tavern on the Point, Edison Park. It's going to be fun, folks. I want to thank you all for watching. And remember, buy local, shop local. Go out and keep supporting live entertainment and local establishments. Remember the great words of Ringo Starr. Peace and love. We need it more than ever, everybody. God bless you. See you tomorrow. My guest, Ron Starr, one of the great artists and entertainers from the Chicagoland area. My wife on Thursdays, my co-host, and Denise Tomasello, the Queen Diva herself, on Fridays, Ocean's Pit. See you guys tomorrow, same time, same station. Nick Sahajas, the piano man. Take it.
Time to go. It's the end of the show. See you later from Tony.
Take care, buddy. Bye-bye.